Back. All right, what do we know about the novel coronavirus so far? So far, it has now been declared a pandemic. What is a pandemic? Basically, it's an epidemic that has spread to other countries. We know that it has affected almost every continent on this globe except for Antarctica. 100,000 cases have been reported globally, over 100,000 cases. 80,000 of those are from China. We know that there's over 4,000 deaths. I'm going to bring in now Patrick Fok, who's live for us in Beijing. He's covering the story for us. Patrick, what's the latest on the ground?
Well, as you know, I've only just arrived back in the capital, Beijing, today, and it is quite similar to what it was like about a month and a half ago when I was last here. And the streets are still quite quiet, but you are seeing some people around, and you just get a bit of a sense that the feeling is different. People are feeling more optimistic. You may actually be able to hear there is a ball bouncing not far from me. There are a few people out in the park playing and trying to get some fresh air. So the mood is quite different. Again, today there has been another drop in cases of new infections in China. In fact, for the first time, we're down to single digits in a long time. Just 8 new infections that happened within mainland China, although we are, as I've been talking about just over the last couple of days, still dealing with that new problem of imported cases. There have been 6 new imported cases of the virus in China. As far as the operation to repatriate South Africans from Wuhan is going, we're not entirely clear what the status is just now, but what I can tell you is that, you know, this is not simply a matter of a plane arriving and picking people up. This is going to take quite a time. How long it's going to take can be decided or depend on what the Chinese do on this side exactly. For one, military clearance is needed for the plane to actually land in Wuhan. Remember, it arrived from Philippines. It will land in Wuhan, and then there's a lot of documentation to be done, a lot of paperwork that people will have to fill out, and also they will be, the 120 people that are meant to be getting on board will be tested for symptoms of the virus by the Chinese side before they are then handed over to South African officials to do the same thing. And of course, they're going to be making sure that nobody is displaying any of those symptoms before they get on board. Anyone that is perhaps at risk or may be showing symptoms of COVID-19 won't be allowed to get on the flight. And on the flight itself, there are a lot of things being done as well. The passengers are going to be a sandbox, so they aren't all going to be right next to each other and allowed to move around the plane as they please. Different groups will be as far as we know, going to be positioned in different sections of the plane so that they won't all be together in one place, if you like. And a lot of preparation has gone into this, not just to train the people that are handling the people that are returning to South Africa, but also to get them mentally prepared as well. That's something that they've had to do in a short amount of time, and it's all to make sure that they are coming back in the safest manner possible.
All right, Patrick Fok, live for us in Beijing. Appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed for the report.